First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you very much for joining us. We are live streaming here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. We're coming to you with the latest news that we have on a hiker missing near Multnomah Falls. So the details that we do have, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office said it received a call around 8:15 a.m. about an overdue hiker in the area, and shortly afterward, a second 911 caller reported finding a body in the same vicinity. We're going to get you the details on that and find out a little bit more. We've got our own McKenna Marks, who is out there right now near Multnomah Falls. McKenna, thanks for joining us here. There's a few obvious details to go through in that initial report, but to start off, would you mind letting us know, where the general area is that the hiker went missing?
Yeah, hi, Greg. So we're here at Multnomah Falls. We're in the parking lot right now. The falls are just across the street here. But according to the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office, I spoke to their PIO around noon. That hiker was believed to have gone missing above Multnomah Falls. We don't have a specific trail at this time, but the search efforts were being focused in the general vicinity above the falls. Okay,
above the falls. And for those that don't know, there are a series of hiking trails up there that go back for a while, just like a lot of those on the gorge. So missing somewhere in that area. And now we mentioned there at the beginning that a body has been found. Can you walk us through kind of the details on that and what you heard from the Multnomah County Sheriff's?
Yeah, that's right. So like you had mentioned, that a call to report that hiker missing came in first early this morning, and then hours later another 911 call came in from another hiker on the trail who reported that they had found a dead body, and that's what crews are focusing on right now. They're working with a medical examiner to determine if that dead body belongs to that missing hiker, but at this point that is still unknown.
So that part is still unknown as far as, if this is in fact the missing hiker. What's the general, as far as out there right now, where you're at, I can see that the Multnomah County Sheriffs are behind you. What is the search team situation like as far as what's been going on so far? How many teams do they have out there, do you think?
Oh gosh, I would say probably over a dozen, maybe less than 25 search and rescue volunteers and crew members. That doesn't account for the Sheriff's Office deputies that are here as well. We spoke to some hikers who actually saw the search and rescue crews going up the trail today. We arrived here in the parking lot as they were getting their supplies together. So there's lots of people out looking for this missing hiker and working with this medical examiner because, again, we still don't know if that body belongs to that missing hiker, but that is what crews are focusing on right now, is getting that person identified.
One thing that we did hear is that the missing hiker did contact family at one point. Do you happen to know anything about that?
Yes, so when I spoke to the PIO for the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office, he said that the missing hiker called his father last night explaining that he was lost. And his father, who I guess is familiar with the trails near the falls, was trying to give this hiker directions to get home and off the trail. And that was the last that we have heard from this hiker. The father, obviously didn't make contact with this hiker this morning, and that led to his 911 call to report that hiker missing.
Okay, so and that call again came in around 8 a.m. this morning. So that's where we're at right now. And so they have located the body. I guess let's just kind of what happens next, since they have located a body. Again, we don't know if that's the missing hiker, but for the situation right now.
Yeah, so they're working on getting that body identified, and then once we have that body identified, I imagine crews will be working on getting them down off of the trail. Still waiting on getting that identification before we can move forward with this one.
Gotcha, and I would imagine it's probably fairly treacherous up there for moving the body to get the body down, so they're going to try to identify. And do we have any, we probably don't have any word on when that will be. I imagine right now it's just waiting on the rescue crews for when that happens.
Yeah, I wish I had a better timeline for you, Greg, but at this point, we're still waiting on crews to do their job with the medical examiner. I'm sure they're being very safe and careful and checking all their boxes to make sure this is done correctly. So.
All right. Well, McKenna, thank you very much, for giving us the details there of what we know. And again, for everybody watching, that's that's where we're at right now. As soon as we find out anything else, we will bring that to you here at Fox 12 Now. But McKenna, thanks a lot. I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Greg.
And so we'll let McKenna go back there and await word from officials as far as the identification of the body that was found up there. Again, the hiker missing somewhere on the trails above Multnomah Falls. We don't know exactly which trail he was on at this time, but somewhere back up in there. And if you have been to the Multnomah Falls area, that is a very steep climb up to the top of the falls, and then there's lots of ways you can go from there. So we will have all the details for you about that at kptv.com. Now, I do have the interview that McKenna had with the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office Public Information Officer. We're going to go ahead and run that for you too, just to fill you in on anything that you may be missing from there. If you give me 1 second here, I'll pull that up. And there we go. So taking a look at that picture. This is something just that was sent in earlier. And we will grab this for you. Let's see. Apologies, 1 moment here. I'm finding this file right now. Not finding it, so I will see here and get this pulled up. There we go. This is, again, all as this is happening. So here we go. Here's McKenna speaking to Multnomah County Sheriff's earlier.
John, as of right now, are we able to confirm if the body that was found belongs to that missing hiker?
We are not able to confirm that at this time.
What do we know about this case right now?
So we know that a hiker set off for a hike here at Multnomah Falls yesterday at about 1 p.m. Let his father know the plan for his hike. Then later in the evening, sometime after 7 p.m., he called his father on his cell phone, told him he was a little bit lost, and his father, it seems that his father was familiar with the trails up here, and so his father gave him some directions on how to get back down, and left it at that. And then a little while later, he didn't hear from his son, so he attempted to call him again on his cell phone, wasn't able to reach him, and so he was hoping his son would be able to make it down. This morning, he tried to contact his son, was unable to get in contact with him, and so just shortly after 8:30, he called 911 and reported that his son did not return from his hike yesterday.
Okay, and what do we know about this body that was found?
So shortly after the call from the father of the missing hiker, we received a second unrelated call from another hiker who had found a dead body at the base of Wiesendanger Falls, which is just up above Multnomah Falls. So we sent a hasty team of trail hikers to that area to find the body. We now have about 20 search and rescue volunteers that are assisting the medical examiner up in that spot. The medical examiner is going to go there, do their work, and then the SAR volunteers will help bring the body down. And then we'll have the family make an identification to see if that is their son or not.
Do we know anything about the circumstances of this person's death?
No, it appears to be a fall. The spot where the body is just above an area of the trail where the trail is pretty near the cliff. You know, if it was dark, it would be pretty easy to assume that the person fell off the side.
And what do we know about this missing hiker? Do we know if it's a man, woman, and an age that you can tell?
49-year-old male, local person. That's all we know at this time.
So you said there are crews still up there helping the medical examiner. Are we still actively searching for this missing hiker right now? Or what are crews focusing on right now at this moment?
Right now, we're focusing on recovering the body that was found. We will either make a positive identification of the lost hiker or not. If it turns out not to be the lost hiker, we'll immediately transition into a search and rescue operation.
What would you like hikers going up on a trail today to know?
Well, you know, it gets cold at night. If you're taking a hike later in the afternoon, be prepared to be there when it's dark. Be prepared to be there when it's cold. We always encourage people to have the 10 essentials of hiking, which you can find if anybody searches that online. You're going to find a list of 10 essential items that all fit into a small backpack. One of them includes a light. We encourage people to have a light source with them so they're not using their cell phone for a light. That drains the cell phone battery really fast, and we rely on the cell phone signal to find people who are lost. So 10 essentials of hiking, definitely a light source, and prepare for weather that's colder than you think it's going to be up there on the hills, on the hike, on the trails.
Okay, yeah, always good to be prepared and have the essentials when you're hitting the trails out here. All right, thank you, John.
All right, there we go. That was McKenna Marks earlier today, and obviously we just spoke to her at the top of this segment to find out more about that missing hiker. So we'll bring you the latest as soon as we get it. Follow along at kptv.com, or I will join back in here for our live stream to cover this. There's a lot happening today, and we'll keep you informed as much as possible of all of these different stories that are going on. But that's it for right now. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.